Hi, my name is Faiza, and today we're going to ask ourselves a question, which is, can something false be true? Which is also known as booleans. It is quite a hard concept to catch because the first thing that comes in mind is that something is false. Well, it's false, it cannot be true. But it's more complicated than that, and it's not as complicated as it seems. Remember, in programming, in the end, everything is binary. Everything is either true or false. Remember that. Every time you program, in the end, this is what you got. So, let's take an example. For instance, here. Got a cup of coffee, for instance. Okay, let's say that I don't want my cup of coffee. Sounds like very negative to me. But does it mean it's false or it's true? The statement, I don't want my cup of coffee, is true, even if there is a negative in the sentence. Let's be more precise. Let's say that, okay, you can see there's my coffee in it. I'm gonna say, I'm going to drink my coffee while my cup is not empty. Which means, while my cup is not empty, I will execute the, ouch, a bit hot, sipping. And so, is my cup empty? No. So my cup is not empty. So my cup not being empty is true. And my cup not being empty is actually the reason why I can keep on going until I look at my cup, I look inside, I see no more coffee, and my cup is not empty, becomes a false statement. You've seen that a lot, like when you have to check if something is, if a character, for instance, is alphabetical. In C, and we use the function isAlpha, and there are a lot of functions that are very look like a lot like isAlpha in other languages, whether it's Python or Java or Ruby or whatever you name it. So, okay, an alphabetical character, basically from A to Z, in uppercase or lowercase, works. So what if you want to check if something is not alphabetical? You have a lot of possibilities. It could be digits, it could be dots, it could be slashes, it could be dashes, it could be sharps, it could be, wow, exclamation points, question marks, you name it. So are you going to list everything until you're sure that you've been through every possibility that that character is not an alphabetical one? Maybe there's something easier. What is the complement of being alphabetical? It's as simple as not being alphabetical. So, instead of using isAlpha, you're going to use the complement of isAlpha, which is not alpha. This method does not exist like that in C, or in other languages for that matter. But there is a very specific punctuation that allows us to use not in C, like not alpha, which is the exclamation point. So if you put in front of is alpha an exclamation point, it means not is alpha. So now, instead of having to check a whole bunch of possibilities like digits, like punctuations, like spaces, like nothing, for instance, and anything, you just have to check if it is not alpha. As simple as that. You see the point? So not being alpha can also be something true. This is really, really important. It also means that you can get inside a loop and outside of a loop, even if it looks like that your statement is false. Like, while I am not there, keep doing what's in the loop. But I'm not there sounds false. But the statement I'm not there is in fact true. So you will get out of the loop once you are there, when your statement I'm not there becomes false. Okay, this is not the negative in the I'm not there that makes it false. You have to check the whole condition, the whole statement, as is it true or is it not true? I'm not home, for instance. I'm not home. Is this true or is it not true? Well, here, for instance, yeah, it's not true because I am home. So if I had to check that in a program, for instance, that would be me exiting a loop, checking for myself being at home. So remember, do not be deceived by seeing negatives in conditions and not like exclamation points. It is not that important. What is important is that the overall statement keeps being true. Even something false can be true in that matter. Here, saying, while I'm not finished with that cup of coffee, I'm going to keep drinking it. I am not finished with it is something true. More to come, more details. This was just an introduction, and do not hesitate to ask me anything. Keep posting, comments, anything you want. This is Faiza, and this was an introduction to booleans, a quick one. Later!